G'day, Annette Laurent. Ross here at Mount Nebo. Just thought I'd take the opportunity to squirt the video camera or my iPhone at the job to give you some understanding of what's been going on. I'll just walk around the outside first. That underneath that tarp is the makings of your deck. You'll remember from earlier invoices that a lot of product was bought in anticipation of doing the deck at this stage, but given happenings over the last month or so, we'll just keep that covered until sometime in the future when you reinvent the job. Now, you can see upstairs we've put two of the windows in. A bit of work still has to be done by way of flush bolts and window furniture. And I think in my previous email I made mention of the fact that the shape of the windows or the dimensions of the frame, etc., is such that it might create a perching opportunity for possums or birds. And what I'm talking about is that bit at the top of the frame. It sticks out from the big bearer, the original bearer, probably 100 mil, 4 inches or something like that. Of course, you don't need a translation of millimetre to inches because it's you Frenchies who bloody invented the system, isn't it? So anyway, the windows look pretty cool and they operate well. It's as much light as design and practicality would permit. Now, one issue while I've got you here too is you'll see that the joists, being the timber members that support the floor, are visible. They always were because it was a veranda, as evidenced by this end section. Over young Dave's place, who's vacated the joint, as you're aware, you can see there's a bit of a fascia material that buries those. I'd recommend ultimately that you put something along there, not for any other purpose than aesthetics. Vermin can't enter the premises through there, so it's not an issue on that front, but aesthetics it might dictate that you put something there. Now you'll notice that the third windows in your bedroom aren't yet fitted. That's to be done. So hopefully next week we'll knock that wall down and the louvers and put the windows in. Now I did get your email this morning about Dave, how he had checked out, and you made mention of the fact that he seems to think we had caused some structural damage or some damage to timbers in there. I had a sticky beak and it's no big deal. I don't know that it was us that was responsible, but anyway, I'll soon put it back up. And just for your own edification, can report that the place that is left it spotless, so it looks pretty cool. All right, now I'll probably turn this off now, go upstairs and show you a bit from the inside. I may as well keep it going. There's the earthworks for the deck, which is on hold. Now we go through the front door. Don't be disturbed by mess. Now I'll go outside first to show you the new kitchen window and servery. You can see this square edge on the servery. We'll cut around there to soften that look. But that's the window from the outside. A bit of trim work has to be done, as is the case throughout the residence. From the inside, better make sure the kitchen's tidy. From the inside, you see the same deal. Now it's a double hung. What am I looking at here? Oh! So it operates as such. The other one can slide down as well. Now, this is the rest of the place. I'll just take a panorama. You can see the windows from the inside. And the openness now achieved by knocking down the fireplace, which was there, and the wall above, which was there. The timber you can see in the background, of course, is the ceiling, which we've put in. I think you've seen this before, I don't know. So there's the ceiling. You can see the little downlights that have been installed. And here's the window from the inside. Don't be concerned about that slither of light you can see between the bearer and the window. That's typical and expected. It to be concealed with no more gaps or some such product, and then timber trim. Here's the windows on the other side, unopened. But you can see that it gives you a fairly uninterrupted view of the outdoor area. This is where I'm working today. You see we've got to try and we've got all the panelling that was harvested from above here. I'm trying now to jigsaw it all together to close in the top. I contemplated glass to give you further openness, but in all honesty, all you were ever going to see was the tin. So I suspect the original plan of putting the panelling back up such that it mirrors that end is more appropriate. But anyway, the French doors, as I've mentioned, a couple of emails are in. They're open at the moment, but they do operate properly. The side lights, the glass needs to be installed. I've tried to cut some of the glass that we harvested from this wall as we pulled it down, but unsuccessfully at this stage, but we'll give it another go. We've got enough to have a few more cracks at it. Otherwise, I'm just going to have to take some down to a glazier and ask him to cut it to our size or whatever. So that's that. Now, what else? You can see here if the light works. Now I've fixed up the handrail, restored the handrail there. Had to put this post in order to accommodate the handrail, because otherwise you would have walked off the edge there down the stairs, and that wouldn't be a lot of fun. A similar modification has to be still completed over here, because there's also that landing that opens out into the void. So you can see I've put two posts there, and one that serves as the bookcase end. I hope the camera responds to the changing light conditions. And one there, so I've got to put handrail between the three posts. There's the bookcase, I think I mentioned in the most recent email, that had to be knocked down and moved across a few feet, but it's been put back into place. You can see all this timber panelling that continues right along the length. There's a light, a little spotlight that's been installed. It's an LED, very economical, green friendly or whatever, and it's pointed up so that you can get some soft light into the atrium of the house. Another one has been put on the other side of the room over there, on the same angle and everything. There's a bit of finishing work to be done over there. You can see along here we've fit a nice piece of acrylic. It's got little buttons at the moment that need to be sorted out, cut back. That just conceals the bulkheads that are holding it in. The reason I show you that is because one is yet to be fitted over here in the kitchen. It's on order because it's an oversized piece of timber. So there's that vertical panelling to conceal structural timbers and also to essentially replicate the finished look that was over there. And you can see in the background that the kitchen has been largely sealed, as I've already mentioned, in the context of that window. There's a whole lot of trim work that has to be done, but there's not a lot involved in that. But the underneath edge there is why I need to put a piece of timber to conceal all that structural mess. So you've got the two lights, and you can see the lights ready to be, all the cabling ready to accommodate downlights, the same as was the case over in the new extended area. There's his fan. I'm getting that post and giving it anyway. And it operates in permanent reverse. There's some timber point out on this video. I'll just go outside and show you. Here's a willing worker, busy as always. This is the earthworkers and insulation that's to go in under the loft. Plumbing reorganised, and this is the earthwork. So that's where the gabion wall is to go, but we'll talk about that when it's to happen and whatnot. I can't remember what I showed you previously, but here's your new gas bottle and the Blaze hot water unit, which seems to be working very adequately. There might be a need for a pump if you're concerned about the volume or the pressure from the lines, but I'm reliably assured that a pump is not something you'll contemplate, but that's entirely up to you. Alright, there's the fireplace. The flue is downstairs. And I note your comment in your email that you were hopeful it might be usable downstairs. I can't see why not. It's a big question of how the flue is to run. And the subject of flue, that's where the old one is to go. We've done nothing substantial to repair the hole that it once went through. We've simply put some panelling over it. So from down here you can't see, but it is sitting proud of the rest of the ceiling. One thing that I'd point out, that timber vertical panelling there, which was necessary to conceal the structural timbers that were supporting the roof in the absence of the wall, just seems to me to be an opportunity to hang some of the artwork. It looks pretty sexy up there. But again, those sorts of things are for you to sort out. All right, I think that's about all I've got to show. If I think of anything more, I'll give you a yell. All right, hope all's well. Bye now.